Hi, all the couples out there looking for a wedding photographer. My name is John Munno. I am a wedding photographer with John Munno Weddings out of Southbury, Connecticut. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the status of the wedding industry. It is October 4th, 2022. It is post-COVID. It is one of the busiest wedding seasons probably in history. I've been shooting for 17 months straight weddings. It's been quite the marathon here. And so what is the status of the wedding industry? So what I've been seeing, especially the last couple of months, is bad stories of wedding photographers. And I don't I hate seeing this. I see couples that are just distraught. 3 weeks before the wedding, their photographer cancels on them. Their photographer decided to do something else on their wedding day. Their photographer went MIA on them 4 months before their wedding. It's 4 months after their wedding and they still are waiting for their photos. Should I call my photographer? My photographer took off with my money and they went MIA. They disappeared. These are just some of the stories that I'm hearing, and I'm hearing these stories daily. It is insane. And not only with photographers, I'm also hearing it with videographers, hearing it with DJs, officiants, that this is what's going on in the wedding industry today. And it's just terrible. And it's just, I hate seeing, brides distraught like this. And that's the reason why I wanted to share this video for education. So the message for couples is couples beware. You need to be really careful right now when hiring a wedding photographer. And the reason for this is that post-COVID, there was an influx of couples that wanted to get married. All of a sudden, everyone wanted to get married, and a lot of it was on short notice. Before COVID, a lot of us that were wedding photographers for a long time, we were already booked up with couples. We had to transfer all our weddings from 2020 into 2021, 2022. So we went into 2022, 2021 almost fully booked as it was. So we had to turn a lot of business away. I turned away hundreds of weddings. So there was this influx of couples. Everyone wanted to get married. There wasn't a lot of photographers. So what happened? So photographers just came out of the woodwork. Wedding photographers. I'd never seen these wedding photographers before. I'd never seen so many wedding photographers before. Couples would go on a Facebook group and say, I'm looking for a photographer. And within 5 minutes, there's like 100 photographers saying, I'll shoot your wedding. I'll shoot your wedding. It was like pariahs. It was like a feeding frenzy. I'll do this. I'll give this great deal. I'll give you a second photographer. I'll do this for $100, $1,200. I mean, it was just like crazy. And so couples are trusting, and couples said, well, I'm looking for a photographer. Well, here's a wedding photographer, and look at this great deal. So I'm going to book with them. So they did. And then 6 months later, all of a sudden, they're like, where did he go? He took off. He canceled on me. She took my money. She didn't deliver my photos. This is the status of the industry. And so that's a little bit about how we got here. So the message is that not all photographers are alike, okay? So you have to understand that. What does it take to call yourself a wedding photographer? I'm going to show you right now, and you can do this too. So if you just cross your hands like this, okay, just hang in there with me, okay? And you know about the genie, how you rub the lamp there and the genie makes the wish come true. So anyway, I want you to do is on 3, we're going to close our eyes and blink, okay, just like with the genie, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Shazam! Guess what? I'm a wedding photographer. Now you may laugh, but that's what's happening. So many of these new people in the industry, they haven't been doing this a long time. They don't have reviews. They don't have a lot of experience shooting weddings. Many of them don't have legitimate businesses. They don't have Google business, maps or pages. They don't have studios. They don't have reviews. You look at their internet presence and you're like, well, all I see is a blog, or maybe all I have is a Facebook page, so they don't have multiple platforms. You look at their history of, well, geez, I can't see much posting of them beyond 3 months. Okay, you look at their website, and what do you see? You see babies and families and dogs and maybe some cows, okay? And if they do a wedding or you see weddings, it's like all the same person, okay? So they often don't have insurance. They don't have contracts. Many of them are fly-by-nights, and it's real easy for them to advertise or get on Facebook because there's no rules, there's no requirements, there's no specifications. They don't have to pay, so it's easy. You are easy prey, okay? You are easy prey for the piranhas that are out there. So you have to be really careful, because if you want to find a photographer, especially on some of these platforms, you're going to be inundated with everyone telling you they are a wedding professional. And so you have to really do your homework and scrutinize them to find out who is real and who's the imposter, okay? Who's fake, who's not, who's fly-by-night, okay? So who's the true and true, who's the fly-by-night? So things to look up for people that have been doing this is you want to see a track record, okay? You'd like to see 5 years in the industry. So how do you do that? You go on to their posts, you go on to Instagram, you go on to Facebook, and you see how long are they posting. If you only see 3 months of posts, guess what? They probably only been doing this for 3 months. You want to make sure they have reviews, and you want to make sure the reviews are on many different sites. So get on there, do a search for this photographer, search for their name, their reviews. Where do you see reviews? Where do you find them? How many reviews do they have? Are they on multiple platforms like Knot, Wedding Wire, Yelp, Google My Business, etc., etc.? What is their internet presence? Do a search for them. If you only find some of these photographers I look up, there's like one thing on the whole internet for them. But like myself, I have over 100 5-star reviews. I got reviews all over the place. You start doing a search for me, John Mono Weddings, you're going to see my name come up place after place after place after place, and all good stuff. That tells you something. You want to make sure they sign a contract with you, that you fill it out so they show up on your wedding day instead of saying, I have something else to do. So you want to look into these things. You want to look at their website on a desktop, blow it up, make sure the images are good, make sure they're sharp, they're clear, make sure they have lots of different couples on there, and if you see lots of cows and lots of babies, well, it's different to shoot babies and cows than it is to photograph a wedding. It's a whole different thing. You need equipment, you need extra cameras, you need lighting gear, and all these things. So the message is for you, more so than ever before, I would say those looking for a photographer for 2023, 2024, couples beware, do your homework, don't rush into it, because you're going to be inundated with people, and you want to separate who's the true and trusted, who's the good professional photographer that's been doing this, that's dedicated themselves to do this, and who's the fly-by-night that's going to take your money, give you great deals, offer you the moon, and then come wedding time, you're like, where did they go? Or what happened? Where are my photos? So my heart goes out to all of you. Sorting through this is very difficult. There's a lot of piranhas and scammers, so find the trusted and true. If it costs a little bit more, it's going to be worth it, okay? Because in the long run, it's going to save you money, and you're not going to have stress and headaches. It's important. So thank you very much. If you want to chat with me, I'll be happy to help you. As I mentioned, I have over 100 5-star reviews. Do a great job for my clients. I've been doing this for years. I've shot hundreds of weddings, so you're in good hands with John Mono Weddings, 203-405-3329, johnmonoweddings.com. All the best on your wedding plans, and if you need me, I'm here for you. Thank you.